Hello students, today in this chapter from tasting to digesting we are going to study about stomach, which is an important organ of our digestive system. As we already have discussed about digestion and the digestive system, in which we have studied that food comes through mouth, it goes into the food pipe and then it enters into the stomach where most of the digestion takes place. Food mixes with the digestive juices, start digesting, and then it goes into the small intestine. Further it goes into the large intestine, then rectum, and then anus. So this is the whole process of digestion, and this is digestive system. Let's study our today's topic, our stomach and proper food. In this chapter we will study about what is stomach, how does stomach works, how does food get digested in stomach, what is proper food, why do we need proper food. These all things will be clear today. Let's start. Our stomach. The stomach is a muscular, hollow organ. It takes in food from the esophagus, that is food pipe, mixes it, breaks it down, and then passes it on to the small intestine in small portion. The entire digestive system is made up of one muscular tube extending from the mouth to the anus, which is called as alimentary canal. This kidney shaped organ, which is called as stomach, is very important in our process of digestion as well as in digestive system. But students, you must be wondering how this studies takes place at first. Let's see. Dr. William B Mont. This is the name which is very famous for this study. William B Mont, who was born on November 21, 1785 and died on April 25, 1853. He was a surgeon in US Army who became known as the father of gastric physiology following his research on human digestion. He has done all this research about digestion, and that is why he was called as father of gastric physiology. Let's study the studies and researches of Dr. William B Mont. Before we start, we have to read a poem, Martin's Window. Here's an old story. It seems so funny. There was a window in Martin's tummy. Actually, by mistake, Martin was shot right in the stomach. It bled a lot. The wound slowly healed and was covered by skin, but the hole was still there. You could peep right in. Oh, what a chance for doctors to study what happens to the food inside the body. The story seems odd, but it is really true. The secret of Martin's stomach helped us all, me and you. Students, you must be wondering, is it a true story? Yes, of course, it is a true story. It is a story of Martin, who became the basic source of research about our stomach. Let's see how. Who is this Martin? Let's read more about him and how do we get to know about our stomach and the whole process of digestion of food in our body. Let's see. Alex Saint Martin. Alex Bidagan Saint Martin, born on April 8, 1802. He was a Canadian voyager who is known for his part in experiments on digestion in humans, conducted on him by the American Army physician William B Mont between 1822 and 1833. Saint Martin was shot in a near fatal accident in 1822. His wound did not heal fully, leaving an opening into his stomach. Studies of Saint Martin's stomach led to greater understanding of stomach, gastric juices, and the process of digestion. You can know more about Alex Saint Martin by clicking here. Students, you also see in your book this story. Let's read this story also. At the age of 18, when Martin was shot, Dr. B Mont treated him. After some time, the wound was healed, but a big hole remained in his stomach with a loose flap of skin. Dr. B Mont got an opportunity to experiment. He took some liquid out of his stomach and started experimenting to find out how does digestion take place in stomach. He keep on experimenting for many years. He took out the juices from his stomach, and at 8:30 a.m. he put 20 pieces of boiled fish in 10 millimeter of juice. He kept the glass at the same temperature as that of our stomach, that is 30 degrees Celsius. When he checked at 2 p.m., he found that the pieces of fish had dissolved. He then tried this experiment with different food items. After many experiments, he found that unboiled milk take 2 hours 15 minutes to get digested in stomach, whereas it take 4 hours 45 minutes in a glass with digestive juices. Boiled milk take 2 hours in stomach and 4 hours 15 minutes outside the stomach. Full boiled egg take 3 hours 30 minutes in stomach and 8 hours to get digested in glass of digestive juices. Half boiled egg take 3 hours to get digested in stomach and 6 hours 30 minutes outside the stomach. Raw egg beaten take 2 hours in stomach and 4 hours 15 minutes outside the stomach. Raw egg take 1 hour 30 minutes to get digested in stomach, whereas it take 4 hours to get digested in the glass with digestive juices. These observations made clear all the things. Dr. B Mont has done all these experiments for many years and found that our stomach churns the food to digest it. The juices present in stomach are acidic, which help in digesting the food. The doctors also found that food did not digest properly when the person is sad. It means mood and fitness of a person also affects the digestion. Students, you may realize if you are sad, and sometimes when you are ill or sick, the food does not digest properly in your body, and you don't feel like eating anything because food is not digesting properly. If a person has not eaten anything, or if the food is not digested properly, the person may feel acidity or acidic in his stomach. You must be heard about acidity. This is due to the presence of the digestive juices present in stomach, which are acidic in nature. Students, let's know more about stomach, its structure and function, and how does it work. Let's see the video.
Of the stomach. Your stomach is an organ that has many important roles in bodily functions. The stomach is like a holding sack, as between 3 to 4 liters of food and drink enter it daily. These items typically spend 2 to 6 hours there before being passed on to the small intestine. The stomach is a J-shaped organ located in the abdomen, and when you chew food, then swallow it, it enters your esophagus, which connects with and passes the food to your stomach. The stomach is typically divided into 4 sections. The cardia is the entryway to the stomach, near where the stomach and esophagus meet. The fundus is the dome-shaped region located above and to the left of where the stomach and esophagus meet. The body is the largest region of the stomach, and it extends to the 4th section of the stomach, the pylorus. The pylorus is a funnel-shaped region that connects the stomach to the duodenum of the small intestine. The inner lining of the stomach has a rough appearance made by gastric folds. These folds have gastric pits, which contain gastric glands. These glands secrete most of the gastric juice released in the stomach, and this juice is a mucus fluid that contains mainly digestive enzymes and hydrochloric acid. There are 5 types of secretory cells that are located in the gastric epithelium. Surface mucus cells line the inner stomach and extend into the gastric pits, and they secrete an alkaline fluid containing mucin that helps protect the stomach lining from exposure to the high acidity of gastric juices and gastric enzymes. Mucous neck cells are located deeper than the surface cells, and they secrete an acidic mucin, which helps to maintain acidic conditions. Parietal cells produce hydrochloric acid and intrinsic factor. Intrinsic factor binds to vitamin B12 molecules and protects them from digestive juices until they reach the small intestine. Hydrochloric acid is not actually produced in the cells, as it forms from positive hydrogen ions and negative chloride ions secreted from the cells. Hydrochloric acid is responsible for the low pH level in the stomach, and it...
Let's see how does the stomach work.
What exactly happens in our stomachs when we eat? Even before we have taken the first bite of a meal, the brain sends impulses to the stomach. These impulses start the production of secretions in the stomach, and the upper part of the stomach, which acts as a reservoir, expands. The food passes into the stomach through the cardia at the stomach entrance. This is a muscle that acts like a valve, closing the top of the stomach. The top part of the stomach, the fundus, is where food and the air that we swallow with every bite is collected. This is where the stomach volume starts to adapt. The fundus is an extremely... food goes into the stomach, the more it actively expands. In the middle part of the stomach, called the body, gastric juice is produced and mixed with the mass of chewed food. The main component of gastric juice is gastric acid. This eliminates bacteria in the food and also helps to prepare the food for the following stages of digestion. The muscular contractions of the stomach wall churn the food mass and mix it with gastric juice. 3 contractions per minute move the food mass back and forth. After a certain time, the contents of the stomach are adequately broken down and mixed, and are passed in small quantities into the intestine via the pylorus. As the stomach empties, it gradually returns to its previous size. Bear.
So students, this is how the stomach works. Now let's go further to see what to eat. Let's see what kind of food should we eat. From the example of Rashmi and Kailash, let's see. Rashmi, who is 5 years old, and she looks about 3 years old only. She has very thin arms and legs and a pot belly. She always feels tired and cannot go to school regularly. She does not have the strength even to play. What does she eat? She is lucky if she can get a little rice or 1 roti to eat in the whole day. And another example is of Kailash, who is 7 years old. He looks older than his age. His body is fat and flabby. He has pain in his legs. He is not very active. He goes to school by bus and spends many hours watching TV. What does he eat? He does not like to eat home cooked food like dal, rice, vegetable and roti. The only thing he finds tasty are chips, burger, pizza and soft drinks from the market. So from these examples of Rashmi and Kailash, it has been clear that good, healthy, and proper food is needed to be healthy and fit. Undereating as well as overeating both are bad and causes. From the examples of Rashmi and Kailash, now we knew that many of the children do not get proper food or they don't eat proper food. What is it proper food? Or we can say what is balanced diet. Let us know it. Proper food means a food which consists of all the balanced nutrients. It should contain carbohydrate, protein, fats, minerals, vitamins, antioxidant food in proper amount. It should increase the stamina of human body and overall human immunity. Also, it should make the person fit and healthy. Proper food should be fresh and processed and made from all natural ingredients without any kind of adulteration. Proper food should contain meals with fruits, cereals, vegetables, proteins, water, everything. Now, students, let us see this chart of balanced diet, which will tell you that you should eat 40% vegetables and fruits, whereas you can take 25% fibers and carbohydrates, 25% proteins, and you should take only 10% of fats. Fats includes oil, ghee, etc. Students, Rashmi and Kailash don't eat properly, but do you know about half of the children in our country are deprived of proper food needed to grow and develop properly, like Rashmi, and are suffering from malnutrition. Malnutrition is a state where any person is not eating properly and he or she is unhealthy due to lack of food. But it is right of every child to get proper food. Midday meal is one of the program that is going on in our country, stepping towards in this direction. We should also ensure that every child would get proper food because it is right of every child. Let's take some more example. An example of Gomati, who is 30 years old. Gomati works in the field of a rich farmer. For all her hard work, she gets paid very little. So little that she cannot even buy enough rice to feed her family. Some months she does not get any work at all. Then she has to eat leaves and roots from the jungle. Gomti's children are weak with hunger and always sick. Few years ago, her husband died of hunger. She lives in Kalahandi district. Most rice grows in Kalahandi district. Rice is even sent to other states from here. Many times the rice that keep lying in the godowns get spoiled. In the same Kalahandi where there are many more poor people like Gomati. Why do people die of hunger in such a place? This is a matter of thinking. You should think why these people are died of hunger. We should not waste food. We should give some people who need food. Students, let's join our hand. Like Gomati, many people in our country could not get one proper meal a day. Many a times these people died of hunger. It is our moral duty to do something for these people. Let's do something so that sooner or later every citizen of our country get food to eat at least. Thank you.